have like forgotten how to tie a tie. Oh no. Oh, yes. Yes. So tie a tie. Through the loop. Oh, lovely. Do I look okay? Oh, it's not even... Does this look acceptable? Would I be able to pass? I have not worn a shirt and tie in the longest time. Don't really think it suits me. Sweet! I could totally rock being a student, couldn't I? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all my tips, tricks, views and opinions and everything else of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Now, I've split everything into categories and I hope I haven't missed anything. I will leave all the information and whatnot to the numbers of specific topics if that's what you're interested in the description box below, so make sure to check that out. And also, if you are interested, I did actually vlog my experience of going to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child play with Shane, who, if you don't know, is my boyfriend, and we had an amazing time. So if you haven't seen that yet, make sure you do. It's in the description box below, so cheeky promo. So the first topic I'm going to cover is tickets. Now, there are loads of different ways to obviously purchase tickets to go and see the play. Now, when the play first came out, I don't even know when it came out, I'm really sorry, not a true fan. Me and Shane wanted to see it, and every time we kept looking, you know, all the tickets were sold out or they were really expensive, and the highest priced ticket I believe is £250, and we just didn't have £250 each to pay for a two-part play. So for last year, I want to say for a few times I did try the Friday 40. Now this is the only other way I would have purchased tickets, and every Friday at 1 PM on their website they release 40 tickets for £20 per part for the performances being shown for the following week. So every time I've said to Shane, come on, let's do it, I'll set all the laptops up, all the phones up, everything, have hopefully a chance to get in there, and I never did, and neither did Shane, and we were so close and we just never got them. So initially we gave up because we just thought, you know, everyone's going to be doing it, everyone's going to log on to try and get these tickets basically for £40 rather than £250. And it's understandable, you know, I was one of them. Everyone wants to do that because everyone wants the cheap option. I'm all for cheapness and bargains. I love a coupon and everything. So I was obviously one of those people. However, this one week in March, I woke up in the morning and I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna do the Friday 40 today. It's Friday, it's about 11 o'clock. Yes, I did have a lie-in. And why not? Let's just give it a go. So I texted Shane because obviously he was at his, I was at mine, and I said, please do the Friday 40 today. You know, it's Friday. Why not? Let's just give it a go. I set the scene as well. I was downstairs doing the ironing. I was watching Once Upon a Time on my TV on Netflix, all good. I had my MacBook and my phone set up, and I just thought, do you know what? Let's just do it. I'll leave it for a couple of minutes, have a look, see if anything's happened, and then we'll go from there. So 2 minutes went past, so obviously it was 2 minutes past 1, and I was like, oh no, this isn't good, nothing's working, nothing's going through. So I thought, do you know what, I'll just carry on ironing, it'll be fine, you know. Normally the tickets run out at 8 minutes past 1, and I know that because I've done it so many times. So I was just like, yeah, you know, it's fine, it'll be 10 past soon anyway, and I won't get tickets. I turned around, I want to say about 4 minutes past, just have a look, you know, anything, and look at my laptop, nothing, just like a smidge. I look down at my phone and it is 3/4 of the way through. So I'm starting to panic. My heart's going. I'm getting ready to flip out and get my bank card ready and everything. And 5 minutes passed. I was typing in my details and I had tickets. And I don't know how, it literally is the luck of the draw. I paid everything, got the confirmation email, fantastic. 8 minutes past 1, obviously everything was sold out. I called Shane up and he was like, are you alright? And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I was like, I've just won tickets. And I basically had tears in my eyes. I was about to cry, I was shaking, I ran upstairs, I was like, I don't know what to do, I've just bought tickets, we are going next Wednesday to see the show. And Shane was just like, you're joking, no way, like, stop it, it's not funny, it's joking. I was like, I swear on my life, we got tickets, it was amazing, and I just couldn't believe it. And this was at a time where like payday was coming at the end of the month and I didn't really have a lot of money, so I was like, oh my god, what, I need merch obviously, like if you don't know me, hello merch. And I was just like, wow, wow, like what do I do, everything. And I said to him, I was like, make sure you're off work. Luckily he had the entire week off work, so that was good anyway. And then he says, oh, we're 3 minutes past, I quit anyway, I left the queue. I was like, it's a good job, but I didn't then, and I stayed put. And I was just like, wow, fantastic. So I definitely would recommend try and keep trying every Friday or every other Friday if you can at 1 o'clock. It is fantastic. The feeling is just phenomenal, and also the following Friday, obviously we saw it on the Wednesday, the following Friday, Shane decides to go on at 1 o'clock, you know, just casually. He's won another 2 tickets. I have no idea. We had so much luck, it was crazy. And we was tempted to go again, but we thought his 2 sisters, who absolutely love Harry Potter as well, deserved to go, so they got to go instead. And it was just amazing, absolutely amazing. With the tickets, you get 2, and obviously the first one is part 1. Part 1 always starts at 2 o'clock, from what I know anyway. So this is what the ticket looks like, and we got seats right at the front. Right at the front. And I was just in shock. To be honest, I wouldn't necessarily recommend first row right at the front, maybe like 3 or 4 rows behind, because me being short as well, I'm actually sat on a cushion trying to be quite high up at the moment. I couldn't really see a lot. All I could see was from like halfway up your leg onwards, basically below the knee. So there was a couple of things that obviously if you were sat higher up in the circle, I think it is, or dress circle, you would see a little bit more better down on the stage. However, I saw everyone's facial expressions and spit that came out of their mouths as well. There was a lot of spit, but it was just, oh, amazing. So obviously you get 2 separate tickets, and then the second ticket is at 7:30. I just can't. These are beautiful. I'm going to keep them everywhere. I'm going to pin them on my little wall bit down there. Oh. The next topic is getting there. So Shane's sister and brother-in-law, where we stayed the night before and the actual night to travel back home on the following day, they actually live in the Kent area. So we was lucky enough to get a train straight to Charing Cross station. Now this was one of the quickest and easiest routes that we found out to do. So we got a train to Charing Cross station, and then we got on the tube from Charing Cross to Leicester Square. And then basically it's like not even a 2-minute walk from the tube from Leicester Square to the theatre. Or you can just walk from Charing Cross station. I think it was about 10-15 minute walk anyway, so it is entirely up to you because not everyone's able to do the tube. I remember the first time I went to London with Shane, I was petrified of the tube. I was my anxiety was like raising quite high. It's just too much, but I'm all good now, all good. So if you can do the tube, it's a lot quicker and ideal. So on the website, they do recommend you getting to the first performance about ½ hour to 45 minutes beforehand. I definitely would recommend 45 minutes beforehand, because with purchasing them from the Friday 40, we did have to pick them up in the ticket office. And obviously I wanted to make sure there was no problems, nothing, because obviously we had to queue up for that and then get in the main queue to go through to our seats. And also if you do want to purchase merch beforehand, then the shop is at the front when you go in and out, obviously for both parts. The merch does not change, it is the same through both parts, and you know, at the beginning and end of the play as well, so that's not an issue. And also you can go straight into your seat and, you know, go to the toilet and everything as well, so that's absolutely fine. So the first play actually runs for 2 hours and 35 minutes. There is a 20-minute interval in this first part as well, so technically you're only watching 2 hours and 15 minutes of performance and then the 20-minute interval. Then as soon as part 1 finishes, you do have, I want to say, about 2 hours, just under or just over 2 hours until the next performance starts. So in this, there is quite a lot to do around the area as well, or if you do want to go out and adventure, you can go to the Tottenham Court Road Primark, which has a massive Harry Potter section, and I definitely recommend because it's such a good place for merch. There is also the House of Mina Lima, which is literally right behind the Palace Theatre, which is absolutely beautiful. And there is just so much more. There is restaurants everywhere, pubs, everything. Definitely go out there and have a look, and I hands down recommend the House of Mina Lima because that exhibition is obviously run by the 2 artists, Mina and Lima, that created all the artwork and designs for the Harry Potter films. As well as merch before you start the play, you can get a little programme. There are so many people walking around with this programme for £5. So this is a very thin little programme, and then obviously you've got the beautiful Palace Theatre on the back. I didn't actually say, obviously the theatre is the Palace Theatre, and in this it just basically says you've got like a welcome message from J.K. Rowling, Jack Thorne and John Tiffany, and then it tells you everyone who is behind the scenes, all their names, and obviously the actors and everyone, and it just basically goes through all the cast and the team that's behind it and everything. It's just fantastic, and it also gives you a bit of history about the theatre as well. So I definitely recommend getting your hands on one of these, and also if you do happen to meet the cast, you can get it signed, but we'll go on to that in a minute. So other than that, with the merch, I did obviously purchase this Hufflepuff tie. This was £12. I did also get this Hufflepuff little pin badge, which you can see there, super cute. This was £4.95. I also got this lanyard as well, which I believe was £5.95, so obviously the Hufflepuff colours. I did only just want the lanyard, the programme and the pin badge, but obviously I saw everyone walking around in their shirts and ties and lanyards, and I just thought, do you know what, I'm gonna get them both because they are stunning. Shane very kindly actually picked me up the programme for £5 because very silly, I thought that the programme was £12 when I was looking online. I didn't know there was a smaller one for £5. However, this bigger one, which actually I think costs £12, it's a massive picture book. So I didn't really get a chance to look at it properly, but it's really, really pretty. And obviously if you want it, I think it's hardback as well. It is quite big, so just keep that in mind. And also, I have seen previous Cursed Child vlogs that people have created, and after both parts, everyone gives out these free little badges, which look like this. So it says, keep the secrets, and then you've got the little wing on there as well. Now, no one was actually giving them out, and I knew obviously this beforehand, so I very cheekily went up and said, oh, I really hope you don't find this rude or anything, but I was just wondering if you had any of the free badges available, because it's a cute little merch memorabilia as well for yourself, you know, to put on your tie or your shirt or your lanyard or anything. So I was very kindly gifted two, obviously one for me and one for Shane, and it's just a cute little extra memorabilia that you get from the play. So I definitely recommend, if no one's bringing them out, definitely ask one of the team members about this and they'll very gratefully give you one. Now, going back obviously into the second half of the play, I made sure we was there half hour before because obviously I wanted to purchase all the merch before the second half started. I had a brief look before we went into the first part, but I said to Shane, I'll give it like the first half. We'll go out in the second half, go to House of Mina Lima and get some food. We went to Ed's Diner, very recommended, very lovely in that. I love Ed's Diner. And obviously we got through security and everything and bag check, and I said to Shane, you know, we're a little bit early, we'll go downstairs and go for a wee in a minute, get the bits that I wanted now. And he said, yeah, that's fine, we may as well get out of the way, because I had a feeling after the second half, once it all finished, it's going to be absolutely heaving because loads of people are coming out. So I said to Shane, let me just get it all now, because then at least at the end we can just chill and everything and just go straight away after. So obviously I picked up the tie, the badge, the lanyard, and then that was it. So you're going into the second half and it's absolutely fantastic. I cannot express how amazing all the special effects and magic that is on stage. Obviously sitting right at the front, me and Shane could see a few little bits and how they did it. So from a distance it would have been fantastic anyway, but even seeing it face to face, some things were just mind-blowing, and I just couldn't express the amount of times I was like, wow, oh my god. And there was this one part that made me jump, and because I was right at the front, I was just like, oh Jesus Christ, and there was people laughing at me behind, and I was like, oh no, like I don't know how the actors didn't like smirk or anything, because it was just so funny, my reaction. So once the end of the show is all done, me and Shane decided to take some pictures at the end, so I insert them. Very nice and pretty, and it looks gorgeous all lit up at night. And I decided to take my Cursed Child book. I haven't actually read the book, and I think I got this for my birthday last year, I want to say last year, or Christmas or something, I can't remember. And I said to Shane, I am not reading this script play, it's not a book, it's a script play. It's a play script even, until I see the play. So now obviously I've seen it, I want to read it, but I just kept it in my little collection, and I said to Shane, there is no way we're going to see this play by the looks of it, because it's just very hard to get tickets. So I dragged Shane to go to stage door. I have never gone to stage door to any play or performance or theatre show that I've ever seen except this one, because again, seeing in people's vlogs, they do meet people at stage door. I met 6 people. I met the trio as well, can we just say, and I met someone as well who was a spoiler, so I am going to cover him up if you haven't seen. So these are the people that I've met. So I met, I don't want to say that, I can't remember some of the actors' names, but the characters in that, I met someone who played the character Craig. He was very, very good and very lovely. Then obviously this spoiler person as well, I don't obviously want to say that person. I met Harry, Ron, Hermione and Draco as well. But the character Albus, who is obviously Harry and Ginny's son, was right there, and he was basically in a rush, and I was so gutted I didn't get to meet him, but he wasn't really one of my favourite characters anyway, but he was still cool. And I was absolutely gutted because I really wanted to meet Scorpius and he didn't come out, and we were so gutted. But other than that, like, I've never met celebrities or like cast or anything like that before, so it's an amazing, amazing experience. And obviously I vlogged it all, so like I said, if you want to see my interactions with them, then make sure to check out my vlog. And honestly, I just literally cannot express how much love I have for the play. Loads of people don't really like the plot necessarily, and I didn't really mind it. It wasn't my favourite like idea that they could have done, and I honestly, nothing came to my mind. I'm going to say spoilers now, nothing came to my mind that they would use a time turner and go back in time, and I didn't really know how I felt about the story, it being about Cedric, bringing him back to life and everything. Still, I loved it and I would happily go see it again. And I have said to Shane, maybe next year if we can get tickets, I'll happily pay like 150 per ticket, because you are getting 6 hours worth of the play, basically. And it was just fantastic. And obviously it wasn't a musical or anything, but the music that they added in certain scenes was just beautiful, and it fitted it perfectly. And there was animatronics, and some things were just fantastic. There was stuff going up in the stalls up above, you know, in the ceiling. There was stuff on the walls. Everywhere you looked, there was just magical stuff, and I loved it. At first, I wasn't really a huge fan of Scorpius, but he did grow to me. And at the end, because we was right at the front, we got up, stood up, we was clapping, and because they all they went out, came out, went out, came out 3 times to obviously get the massive clap that they thoroughly deserved, I started ugly crying, and I could not hide my face from the ugly crying because I was clapping. And Scorpius, the actor, he looked down at me and laughed because obviously I was ugly crying, and I was like, you are just beautiful. It was so embarrassing, but it was so worth it. Like, it just hit me, and it's just amazing. Like, I have grown up with Harry Potter, and I've only just started reading the books later last year, early this year, so please don't hate on me too much, but it's just such a huge part of my life. Like, Disney is as well, but that's a completely different story. But just everything, you know, Harry Potter was my childhood, and it is so true what Professor McGonagall says. There won't be a child in our world who doesn't know his name. And if you haven't read Harry Potter or watched the films or know about Harry Potter, get out. It's such a big part, and I absolutely love expressing my love for the Harry Potter community, and I love how big it is becoming now on YouTube as well. It just means a lot to my heart, and I just feel like I can just express myself watching the films and now reading the books, and I love it even more now I'm reading the books, and it's just amazing. Like, oh, I just love it so much, and I'm getting all emotional with it. It's so silly, but it is, honestly, it's just such an amazing, oh, I just can't. It's beautiful, just like everything is beautiful. All the films, the books, and now this play as well. Everyone does have different opinions on the play, and I'd be really interested to hear your opinions, so please comment down below. Let's have a good chinwag in the comments. Let's talk about all our views. No hate though, because we don't want to hate on anything or anyone, but let's have a good chinwag. Let's all express our feelings for Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. And yeah, I hope I covered everything. I probably would have forgotten something, and if I have, then please leave it in the comments below and I will answer them straight away for you. But I think that is everything, guys, and that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you for a brand new video soon.